Hey, I didn't see you there. Hi guys, and welcome to episode number 3 of the Everton career mode here on FIFA 17. We do start this episode with a home game against Stoke, and it does not go to plan in the way that we want it to go to, because it sadly ends 0-0. You can see all the chances here, but neither team manages to grab that important, vital goal. As you can see, Gylfi Sigurdsson free kick ever so close to bending into the top left hand corner, but just nothing goes either team's way whatsoever. As you see, free kick here, corner, sorry, for us, pretty close, but safely caught by Lee Grant. Of course, this is Jack Butland's first game against his former club for the Toffees, and that was a good cross from Stoke, but a very poor header. We do decide to run in here with Gelson Martins, but the shot is pretty poor in the end. Here we go, another chance here. Gylfi Sigurdsson gets around the player, shoots. Don't know why he shoots that on his left, he should take it on his right. But yeah, and then Joe Allen runs through, the Welsh wizard, but no one gets on the end, and I almost give the ball away here for a goal, but it's okay, because the Stoke player decides to be a muppet and doesn't score it, which is good for us. And then we hit the inside of the post there, and we can't get the rebound, so that's how it ended, 0-0. As you can see, we are training up 2 youngsters now from the youth squad. I think it's Hill and Khan, and yeah, we're going to be trying to train them up to the high overalls. So we do counter offer a 5 million bid here for Joel World players, because we now have 4 keepers, so we do not need one of them, and 3 keepers I think is a good amount, with Jack Butland number 1, Pickford number 2, and I'm just going to sell Stecklenburg in January. But I do go in here for Demarai Gray, purely because we are on deadline day, and I have Kevin Morales transfer listed. So if a bid does come in for him, and we do accept that and we sell him, we can bring in Demarai Gray as a replacement for the left midfielder slot. So we do try and negotiate a bid here for the young English left midfielder, but they don't accept 3 million, so we try 4 million, and they do not accept that either, so I do think we go 5.5, or no, 4.5, and they do accept that, which is under his value, which is very surprising, and we do put in a contract here which he does accept, but we do not sign him. And Leicester want Funes Mori. I do counter offer 16.5, but I don't really want to let him go, so when they do come back with a bid of 11 million and 11.5, I do reject it, because we don't want to sell him. And there you go, confirmation we do not sign Demarai Gray. Another training session, of course, don't really need to talk you through it, because you can see what happens. Smothering of B, C and D in there. And we do get into the second game here against Sunderland, which is a much improved game from our first. As you can see, David Klassen gets in, passes it to Wayne Rooney, who resupplies it to David Klassen, who decides to bang it from outside the box, and speechless. It is an absolute breathtaker of a goal, and he did the same thing against Tottenham in the first game of the season, so deja vu a little bit there. Gylfi Sigurdsson doubles our lead, and you could argue 3 points are now guaranteed, but just to solidify them, 3 points, Wayne Rooney put through here, 60th minute to guarantee the win. 3-0 Everton, and that is how the game finished. The training drill here, trying to boost up these overalls of the youngsters. Stats going up overall, very close to going up to 58 for Hill there. And as you can see, the next game is against Middlesbrough. The only dilemma is, as you'll see in a minute when I go onto the calendar, is a couple of days after we have a cup game against Chelsea. So what I decided to do was, I decided to rest some of my starting 11 in this game, so they are, you know, fully fit for the Chelsea game. So I do put a mixture of players into this game, and this game just goes horribly wrong for us, especially in the first half. As you can see, Middlesbrough on the attack here, out to Darun, to Negredo, and then through to Ledbetter. Defence is sleeping, 1-0 Middlesbrough. We are behind to Middlesbrough at the moment. This is not good. And then what happens is poor cross, Braithwaite back into Negredo, I think that was, no, Clayton, and they score from that chance as well. We do try and redeem ourselves here. Mbappe back into Rooney, can he slot it in? Yes he can. 2-1, we're going to try and get back into this game, as you can see by Rooney grabbing the ball. But Middlesbrough decide to kill any hopes of us getting the draw here, because they go ahead and score another goal from Alvaro Negredo. Miles Sanchez does go through here and scores, but sadly that does not help us. We do end up losing. As you can see, it's an even game, but we do end up losing to Middlesbrough, which doesn't help a potential title bid, you could call it, or even a top 4 bid, which is more likely for us. So that is basically today's episode. Mixture of games, not a good episode really, in terms of picking up points. 4 points from 3 games, not the greatest at all. So if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. We did very well view wise from the last episode, so really good. If we can try and smash that game, that'd be amazing. Also we're going to link the social media accounts too for you, because there will be updates on there on new videos or even various other updates, and see you next time.